Hey guys, this is Helldozer from Zombieland Gaming, and I am back in BFA World of Warcraft, and I am doing my Affliction Warlock. Now, the reason I decided to go with this guy was because there was actually a lot of attention. People seem to like Affliction Warlock more than they do Destro. So, just to cover a couple of things, as you can see, my gold is a little bit lower than what it was, and that is because I have this guy. I was able to make about 4 million gold, actually over 4 million gold in about 3 weeks, just doing the auction house, and I've talked about that in some of my other videos. He comes with an auction house, and he comes with a vendor. The vendor has pretty much everything that a normal vendor would have in BFA that you'd find running around here. I picked Nazmir as my starting point. I have skinning and herbing as my professions, and the reason for that is that one, they're really good to level with, at least the herbing is, and two, the skinning and herbing both will be good in the auction house, and three, the herbing is definitely going to be going towards my making of flasks and pots for my raiders. Now I did do a video last week of my Destro lock, and I'm going to be doing that again this week. I don't know what their plans of attack are, if they're going to clear normal again. Well, they didn't clear normal. They were stuck on, they ended on Cahoon. I wound up clearing it and killing it on my Warlock, which I didn't think it was actually going to happen, so I didn't record it. Ha ha ha, shame on me, I should have. I am thinking about maybe doing my Hunter tonight, because he actually did kill everything up to Cahoon with some attempts. I spent about 5 hours in on my Marksman Hunter. I'll talk more about that in a second. I started, between yesterday, I drank about 6 flasks and used some pots. Not real thrilled about that. I definitely could have had more flasks, just to give you an idea of how rough that is in a pug. But I did it, and I played Marksman all the way up to Zool. I also decided to do something else with my Hunter. I went ahead and actually used a little bit of a change to do Zool and I think it's Mithrax and into Cahoon. I actually took kind of what I guess you could call as like a hybrid spec. I changed a couple of things around, did a little of this, did a little of that, and came up with what I think is a good spec. However, he is now Beastmaster. I was Marksman all the way up to Zool, and discovered that Marksman just doesn't have what it takes for Zool. The ads are kind of a trick. I think that that's where a large part of the problem is, if that makes sense. I'm really just kind of disappointed with what they've done to Marksman Hunters. I mean, you can read all you want and all of that, and I'm one of those people that will read up. I mean, but it just doesn't really click with me until I've gotten into the field and I've gone out and I've tried it and I see exactly the kind of harmful changes that have come. So I am what I am kind of calling an undercover marksman, and what I mean by that is that for those of you that aren't familiar, up in here you can set your loot specialization. I have kept my loot specialization for my Hunter at Marksman. I'm gearing him Marksman, and any of the secondary loot that comes down the pipe is going to go to him as Beastmaster, but I am running as Beastmaster, but gearing for Marksman again. I hate that I have to do that. I'm not happy nor proud of myself that this is the way of the world, as it were, now. I'll talk about that, I guess, a little bit more when I'm on my Hunter Yub, but I'm kind of saddened. I don't know. I'm just not real happy about the way that I had to go with that. On top of it, they had hot fixed during the week some of the damage to Beastmaster, and now if you go to MMO Champion, they're actually going to drop all damage of Beastmaster by another 5%. So my blood kind of boils when I start talking about this because I am dedicated to my hunter, but there's not much that I can do. I can talk about this though. I have gotten 2 mounts, 2 of the Vein Render mount here. Just sold it in the auction house a couple of days ago for 350k. All you do is farm these guys. I know that I've talked about this spot before. I haven't actually recorded myself doing it, but it is a very fun spot. It's one of the more fun farms to me. One of the things that I found is if you go into a farm looking for BOEs, looking for greens, looking for cloth, you tend to have a little bit better of a time. If you're going in there saying, I have to get this mount, oh my god, why isn't this mount dropping? You're going to have a bad day in Bosnia with that, and here's why. You got to take your mind off of it. If you can't take your mind off of it, it's going to be bad, and I don't know. It's just kind of how I've always dealt with it. It just seems more easier so in BFA to be able to do that. Now, it is a great, so I cannot say this enough, it's a great source of income. More people should be doing it. Like, it really is great. Cloth on my server 4, here's a perfect example. Last night, there are no stacks. I put stacks up for 9,500, 7 of them. Came in this morning, boom, they had sold overnight. Auction house took 400 gold a stack, though. I was not real thrilled about that. 437 gold to be exact per stack. Not thrilled. But I did it again. Somebody had put some up for 13k, and I'm sure that he probably sold some. I'm sure of that. But they sold again. So I went ahead and I did it a 3rd time because I just had that much cloth left over from all the farming that I have been doing. You just got to hit the market at the right time. And Warlock, to me, is the best way to do it. I also did bring my Brewmaster out. There is that part. So I'm going to probably just straight level him just on farms. So I've got some plans. I mean, I know that Fallout 76 is coming. Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming. I've been neglecting some of my other games, and I do apologize for that. I have been neglecting some of my other classes. But I did work on some stuff. I did get some stuff going. So here I am. Like I said, I've been trying to just get stuff done. You know, I've been neglecting because I have been trying to get stuff done for raiding. I don't know. I'm one of those people that's very mechanical about that. I feel like, you know, if the raid's out, you got to be in there getting stuff done, getting business taken care of. It's just how I've always been. Some habits die hard. You know. You go ahead and you kill that for me, buddy. You get that business done for me. And I do remember where I said that I didn't feel threatened when I was on my hunter in some cases. But definitely once you hit that 117 mark, that's when stuff starts going downhill for you a little bit. So, you know what, buddy? Why don't you just go farm your own stuff and leave me the hell alone? Why don't you just go do that, huh? And honestly, it's I've always farmed on destruction. It's when I discovered that you could break down old instances and stuff, I've always done it on destruction. So that's why I kind of favor my destruction warlock. But it's also kind of a hierarchy on my tune list. I definitely like. I kind of stay loyal to the old guard, if you know what I'm saying. And I can never leave farming areas. It's always like McDonald's French fries. You always got to have just one more, just that one more, and then I'll be happy and satisfied. Like that one last kill. That's the kill that you need to be able to get that mount. I just need one more kill. But I think the BFA has kind of added a new kind of thing. Like, there really wasn't a time in World of Warcraft, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that you've been able to sit and just farm like this. That you could go after a mount, you'd go after stuff. So, I don't know. Oh, we got something up here. Come into my bags, little stuff. Now I do have both of the enchants. I do have the skinning and I do have the herbalism enchants for gloves. I'm just waiting to get a second pair of gloves like that to be able to put the other enchant on. So what I'm gonna do is do something like this here. Then I'll put that glove like that. Take this glove like this, and now I can just switch back and forth, as long as I'm not in combat, to go from skinning to herbing. Ta-da! And I don't know about you guys, but that rep business, my God, that rep business. Oh, we're out of range. What the? Really, dude? Good, good. I guess I was too far away. What do we have here? Oh, okay. Yeah, let that fall off. No matter what dark voodoo, I will show you the way. Now I have also kind of gone out of order with my tunes. My warrior tank is still kind of sitting there. My demon hunter tank is still sitting there. I did get I'm working on my paladin because, again, he's an herber. And my inscriptionist, I've made a little bit of money actually still selling cards. So that's kind of a bonus. Hmm.
We are getting out of here. We need to move. Hold on. Run, little princess. Nothing gonna save you from the beast. Cahoon gonna eat you up. I do not fear you or your monster. You will all die by my hand. They are not following us. Looks like we are in the cave. If they freeze that monster,
Oh, we ran by a river, but no.
even with you and the horde on our side, it
Stop
will not
running.
be enough. We need
Listen,
to
girlfriend,
move
stop running.
on. Hurry! I hear the others nearby.
And you need this guy too. I'm sure that anybody that's been playing for a few years definitely has this mount. Got another one out here.
I thought you said these things be just a bunch of swamp natives. This must be freedom denied. More power than we can handle. A new strategy is required.
Now, one of the places that I have found really good farm, especially for Winter's Kiss, but Anchorweed is there, is out in Dustbar. It's definitely a good farm. It's right around, right where you, when you land, you just run up the path to the east, and you hang out in the snow area, or you hang out where the enthralled humans are by the witches. And there's a couple of farm spots there for the mule. Definitely, there's a little path you can run up. I might. I'm trying to decide if I really have how boring that would be if people really want to see that or whatever. But I might do like a couple hour stream just showing people like what I get and how how to do it, how I do it at least. Because there are some once you're 120, there are some world quests up there, so that's kind of a bonus.
Nazmir is a cursed place, but one where the law lives. Stand back. I will find out which of them is here.
So I'm gonna queue for a dungeon too.
The turtle lord. He is benevolent and wise. I know he will help us. Let us see who else is here. The frog lord, Kragwa. He is in Nazmir. Kragwa is a strong lord. He will not tolerate the evil of the blood twins. Ah, Alik, the bat lord. He must be somewhere in Nazmir. That cunning Loa will know how to stop this. One Sanhi, the Loa of death, a powerful Loa, but crafty and dangerous, always making deals. And feel his power. He is close, closer than all the other Loa.
So you're gonna make a deal with the Noah of death, the Turtle Lord, the Bat Lord, and the Frog Lord, all to stop the bloodshed.
This is the only way to save my people, Loki. I am willing to give up everything for their safety. Are you with me?
I be in, princess. To the very
I
end.
fight to protect those who cannot protect themselves.
Search for clues on the location of Captain Happy Pants. Swelling Fangs. So it's just a lot of mass murder. So let's get out here. Alright, I know it's not going to be great for stats, but I'm probably going to switch. Well, there's 10 points, but... Alright, that should have switched it. Yep. Okay, he's bugged. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and kill this guy. Now them bones. God love them bones. Okay, so they must have fixed that thing where it was giving zero stuff when you were skinning stuff, which I ran into. Everybody all nice and tight and grouped up like. Oh, the life of a mass murderer. Am I right? Now, at some point I am going to have to go back to the city to get the quests for the next level of all the skinning. Oh, I'll take you. Come here, buddy. Hi. Or maybe you'll take him. Or you take him then. That's fine. Alright, so we got all of the teeth. I just gotta get... Oh. This is probably the fifth tune I've done this on. Yeah, I'm just a baddie sometimes. I killed all those crocs and never absorbed their essence. Yeah. So you want to hook a bunch of them. Yeah, this'll work.
Too far away.
Wow, he really did die all the way over there. I don't trust you. Keep on rolling.
That is not my intent.
Oh, we got an herb over here too.
That is locked.
I didn't make it in time. Oh well. Oh, where's spawn?
Use the target center first.
Come here, honey. Alright, so let's get the rest of this out of the way. There we go.
I am out of range. I must get closer.
That's what I like to see.
That is locked. I cannot lose that.
Alright. So as you can see, my skinning is going up rather fast. What's your order, Alright, so do your little thingy-majiggy. While I go get this guy right quick. Alright. Okay, so we gotta go after all these guys. Now there is a guy up in the rare spawn up in the yonder way here. Look at all that cash just walking around. Oh good. He's gonna come to help. Just what I wanted. There she goes. Now she's discovering I didn't clean it. Yep. She's trying to skin. So now I'm trapped in trying to kill anything else because now she won't clean it. Did she realize I walked back over here? Okay, we gotta go after Captain Fancy here.
That is locked.
One of the most time-consuming and mind-numbing things is killing things one at a time, especially on a Warlock to me. But you gotta protect your investments.
That is still in trust. It is not ready. That is locked.
Alright, we just need... we need 3 more. Not just, we need.
I must get closer.
Well, poop. Yeah, buddy. I'm not playing this game with you. So, just move it along.
That is locked.
Yeah, I probably should have thrown that with more on him.
I do not have a target.
Alright, so I need 2 more now.
I cannot use that item. That is locked.
Oh, we'll get you.
Too far away. That is locked.
Okay, so here's how you get to this guy. Gotta walk this ledge. Boop, there he is. Ooh, hello. Wow, that's unfortunate. So what do you do for me? I have Racking Brilliance, which is right up there, and I don't... Okay. Can't really do anything with it since I am not power level 3. And I'm not going to lie, I want to go after that chest because this is going to hurt. A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
I must get closer.
I'm thinking the chest wasn't down this far, maybe. I don't know. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, so let's go get this turned in right quickly. And we've got our first anchor weed. Hello. Okay, so 200 or that. So I'll go with the trinket. Alright, so I'm going to sell off a few things. We can sell that. And I should be fooded and flasked, just so I can burn them. That's actually going to go here. I want all my herbs in one spot, so they're going to go here, and I want my leatherworking in one spot, so that can go like so. And then stuff for disenchant and whatnot can go there. Because that's usually going to go to the same person. Or the same tune. Same person. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do that just because I've got the stuff laying around. Why not? Okay. Off we go to another murder fest. Because why not? Because they're sitting here. Alright. Now, on top of having the quest here, we've got bonus objective, which I'm definitely going to do for that there XP. Okay, did we get all the bloods? No, not yet. Oh, that would be a tree root stump thing. Okay, so I'm just going to enter because murdering is fun. Alright, so here we are. Switch up to our little dog.
I do not have a target. I require a target. I am out of range. I need to target something.
Yay! So I don't know about anybody else, but I like the design of the instances. I think it's kind of cool the way that they've kind of worked everything out here. It does. It's got kind of it's got a good feel, I think. All the instances I've run them on Mythic Zero, and I like them. There's not one like I absolutely despise Halls in Legions, despised it, and I can honestly say that there's nothing like that here. I think that these are all pretty well made. Um, I don't know, they just have a good speed to them, a good synergy, if that makes sense. You know what? I've about had it with you, dude.
I must get closer. Too far away. I do not have a target. I need to target something first. I require a target. I need to target something first.
Oh, goody. All right. See how many people we catch with this guy. Aw.
I require a target. I am out of range. I do not have a target. I need to target something first. I require a target.
Go on, you can grab the other guy too. Go on.
I do not have a target.
And another Azurite shard. Yay, go team.
I must get closer.
Oh, not that guy. Alright, let's get into it.
I need to target something first. I require a target.
Oh, he got it, damn it.
I do not have a target.
Okay. Alright, so we'll go with speed.
I require a talk.
See what we got. Yeah, more EP. Oh, hello. So we're going to go ahead and call him back.
Too far away. I need to target something first. That is not my intent.
Alright, let's get up on this guy. Oh, herbs? This is an herb, yes. Switch glove. Oh, there's one up there too. Poop. Is it gone? Did you get it? Oh, nope. It's still there. Right up there. Let's run for it. Run, little buddy, run. Yeah, that's nice. That's a friend of mine.
I do not have a target.
Alright, so we got all the bloods. 83% done with that. I still have to get all of his armor parts. Alright, let's get off of there. Put those gloves back on.
I require a talk. I need to target something first.
Now what I'm going to do is after I complete this chain, I know that there's a couple of more after all of this is done. I'm probably going to call it, but I want, because I'm going to have to go back and get my next levels of skinning stuff for sure. And I'm not sure about herbalism. I think herbalism's 25. So I'm just going to come in here, drop a couple of bombs.
I do not have a target.
Alright, we got that completed. We'll do that. Tippity tag them up for the skins. that up. Okay, then I'll come over here. Got 44 bones. Bones are still selling very, very well, but there is a farm spot for those, which I will probably wind up going to at some point. Okay, so that's levels. So he's going to send us... Alright, Tojek. Oh, nope. We got to do this, and then he'll send me in after Iraq. What do you want, Wishman? Alright, come on, little buddy. Gotta throw a little ass beating on you.
I need to target somebody first.
Alright, so down he goes. Now I'm going to run over and get this guy. As you can see, I have quite a bit of rest XP. So I would dare to say that unless I just go out skin farming, I'm probably going to be able to ride this probably pretty far. And unless I do a lot of instancing.
I must get closer.
Okay, so down he goes. See a big fella. Tojek, I think is back. Yeah, he's back here. Okay. So I'm going to go back in, turn this in. See the other gloves, that's my health stone. That's all junk. Now these little piles, they're active once you have done one of the quests at the Great Seal. It's not at the seal itself, it's at one of the other pyramids. You have to go and take control of a little guy, one of these little raptor guys, and bite the butt of somebody. And then you get a quest to go see the matron raptor girl thing. And you get that's when you get the quest to go bite the guy in the butt. And then you can touch those things, and some of them will have like little mini quests, or some of them will just have, you know, give her a trinket and you get to open a chest. And that's really going to be helpful with the one when I get the quest from opening the chest, that you have to get the 12 scrolls, because the scrolls can pop out of them. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. Herbalism. Yeah, I don't really feel like dealing with you right now, little buddy. Because I don't have the right gloves on. But does not mean I can't switch them after I've beaten you down. All right. Um, well, if you take a look at some of your abilities, like, oh, hold on. I seem to have made a friend.
Too far away. I need to target something close to.
Like, a bunch of them are just gonna are gonna deal shadow damage and stack um, onto your damage. Now, we used to have an ability where we could just siphon the shards straight away. All you gotta do is just dot them up. You're gonna generate them off of doing the shadow damage. I can show you what I've done to my spec. That's what I've done. You can use Phantom Singularity, but it's just another button or that you got to click, or macro or whatever, or set up in some kind of a macro. But with everything being on global cooldown now, you're gonna have to look up to see what macros you can make. Yeah, 15 is kind of low. It's real low. I would tell you just throw out a bunch of the shadow damage. That's all I really do. Um, uh, as far as one single thing that you do to... See, I don't want to give you bad information, so I just want to read this over. Like, you automatically start... You will generate to 3. Like, that's your passive. You will generate to 3. Now, I'll show you... Just watch... They just kind of generate on their own. Now, the reason that I'm able to do so much damage is because of that sowing the seeds. And sowing the seeds really is for like a farm thing, which is what I'm doing because I am a leather worker. And it's really... It's always been kind of a cheesy way to get XP. Sowing the seeds is really kind of key if you want to do this kind of thing. Your Voidwalker's able to take a little bit of a beating, and if your Voidwalker is kind of low, you can always heal him. Affliction is very good for returning life. Like, as you can see, like if you look at my combat log, I have all that overhealing. And drain life is also really key to that. Just dot them up and run. In Legions, they had drain life and they had drain soul, so you could kind of alternate between the two of them and just kind of do your thing as needed. Now it's just, from what my understanding is it's just kind of naturally coming off of the shadow damage. So as you can see, you're resting at 3. It's just getting out there and beating the hell out of things. Like, really, Affliction doesn't have anything to be afraid of. You really don't. You just take Sow the Seeds, take Siphon Life, and stuff happens, and it dies. The only drawback to Siphon Life, though, is that you have to keep it up. So if you have like 8 mobs like I did, you're gonna have to tab and put it on all of them. It's just kind of a pain in the butt. It's just how you're gonna... It's just stuff that you're going to have to do, that you will figure out playing how your play style is going to go, and that's really what it is. Do what you're comfortable doing. If you're only comfortable or able to put it on a couple of things, then only be able to put it on a couple of things and just manage your guy. Just manage your Voidwalker. That's all you can really do. But I always open with it so that I don't forget to put it on. I missed the herb. Son of a... Oh well. Now the other two will decay over time. Just because I have them right now, see they decayed off. Because I didn't use them. But you'll sit naturally at 3. I mean, it's... If you're going to learn how to play a Warlock, Affliction is definitely the way to go because it's going to teach you, like... dotting stuff up. Now, if you go to Destro, my main is a Destro lock. I like Destro, always have, always will. Affliction, I played Affliction when I first started, so it's kind of a good learning spec. Demonology, I've played all 3 specs. I rated as all 3 specs back in Lich King. I don't like Demonology. It's changed too much. Yes, you can have like a pile of mobs out there doing, doing a bunch of damage. But the drawback is you have to keep them out. Just like dots on Affliction, you have to keep the dots out. You have to keep all your pets out. You have to constantly... It's like you're chasing the dragon. You got to do something to make sure that you stay up and out and on top of your stuff. And if you're not good at managing stuff, then play Destro. Destro's pretty straightforward. You just get your stones to cast Chaos Bolts. That's your whole thing for Destro. As a soloing spec, I've kind of... I wouldn't say mastered playing it, but I'm not afraid. I leveled his Destro. I leveled my Destro lock up 110 to 120. You start getting survivability issues once you get to like 116, 117. You can't farm as well. But that's because the gear is tuned to the raid, which is the gear's 355. So you're at 120, if you're at like 280, 290, 300, you're fighting mobs, because the mobs scale now with you as you level, that are tuned to 355 gear. So you hit the wall. So you have to get into regular. You should be doing instances as you level. Some people do. I really didn't, because when I started playing at 110, the night that this came out, the wait times were horrible. It would be at 30 minutes, and then it would go to 35, and then it would go to 45, and then it's an hour and 20 minutes, and you still haven't gotten into an instance. So now the instances, everything is kind of leveled out, so it's easier to get in instances. But you definitely should do that if you want to make sure that you stay on top of things. Now, I've raided, I've got decent gear on my Warlock. Going out there now is no problem on my Destro Warlock. It's just everything scales for you as you level now. So that's one other thing to keep in mind while you're doing this stuff. Oh, I gotta sell a bunch of stuff. Hold on. Wait a minute, what? Oh, I gotta be level 25. And I'm 12. So we're gonna go over here to skinning, because I've got some quests. Oh goody. One other place I can tell you to go is Icy Veins. ICYVEINS. It has guides in there. It's real good. It's what I use. It's how I usually will start my specs and build my specs for raiding. They're run by actual real players, so it's not like somebody at some other websites that I won't mention that just give their best guesses. Like, these people actually go out and test this stuff in SimCraft and all that. So there's actual science behind it to explain to you why you should do certain things and why you shouldn't do other things. So you could start there and honestly just kind of go from there. Collect unbroken macra. Oh, all right, I know what that one is. To try to get an idea of what you want to do. So, I mean, not every single thing that they tell you, you know, you have to trial and error on your own what you want to try to do. You know, if you want to be a hardcore raider, if you want to be like a mythic raider, yeah, you're gonna have to like become real obsessive about how you do things. If you only want to go to like heroic or normal, then yeah, you still have to be a little obsessive. You can just kind of do it though your own way and still have fun. If you want to be totally casual and just run LFR and you're happy with that, then just run LFR and run your mythics. If you can get into a plus key, get into a plus key. It's just kind of doing what you want. But the other thing I could really suggest to you doing is I learned how to play by putting myself like under constant stress, like in emergency situations. And the way to do that is just to do massive pulls or go into PvP. PvP, you have to keep in mind though, you're not going to be, some of your talents won't be active out in the regular world. So when you're doing that sort of thing, just keep that in mind. So PvPing will also give you experience, but it'll also kind of teach you how to use your class, how to use certain abilities, because there's just some abilities you don't think are very useful until you get into the position to where you need them and have to have it. So that's something else to keep in mind. But in all honesty, a lot of it is just trial and error. It's just trying different things to see how you fit into World of Warcraft and how World of Warcraft kind of fits into you. Okay, you really want some? Alright, there. I'm going to pull your friend.
I require a talk.
And it's also kind of figuring out the order of the spells that you have to put out. Like, do you want to open up with chaos, but with Shadow Bolt to put the dot on them to make them more susceptible to your damage, or do you dot them up and then throw a couple of unstable afflictions on them, throw a bolt on them, and then throw death bolt on them? Like, it's kind of like you kind of have to figure stuff like that out. Like, it's unfortunate sometimes for new players because it can be overwhelming, but every single thing that you do could lead to you either doing 1k more DPS or losing 1500. So that's the other thing that you've got to kind of learn on your own too, is what, you know, what works for you. Because just because it works for me and I'm doing it my way doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you. Like, you could figure something out better on your own to have the same or better results, but it could also be for worse results. I'm going to grab you, grab you, grab you, grab you. Now we got one big happy family.
I require a part. I need to talk.
Alright, he's down.
I cannot leave that. That is not my mistake. I cannot leave that. That is not my mistake. I cannot leave that.
Come on, seriously? Give me the raptor then. There we go.
I must get closer. That is not my mistake.
Yeah, I know it's not mine to take, but why are you showing me I can skin you if it's not mine to take? What's the situation here? Come on. Alright. I'll drop those on. Now, collect an unbroken Merca shell. Oh, they're down there. Lost but not forgotten. Okay. Yeah, I've almost maxed out skinning, and it was just from being in this area. I mean, I've been playing since vanilla, and I remember having to run certain instances to get like certain items or certain abilities. Like some of them were sometimes quest related, or you had to do a certain level, and they still had talent trees. Like this talent thing here, I mean, this is easy compared to the way it used to be. And you know, some of the abilities were level locked and stuff, and it was like you were charging up 5 levels to try to get something so that your game life could be just that little bit easier. And I mean, one of the funniest things I did when I made my first Warlock was I had no idea how to make soul shards. And that's back when they actually were in your bag. Like, they weren't up here. You had to have soul shards in your bag. So I couldn't figure out how to make a soul shard, and I was a pretty big nub. I asked in trade, and I got laughed at. I got tortured absolutely with no mercy, just absolutely tortured. And then that's when I started reading my spell book anytime I got a new ability, and it was like, yeah, that was probably pretty dumb to ask. I should have just opened up the spell book and taken a look. So, believe me when I tell you, I've had those kind of days. Yeah. Alright, so we got an herb here, and that's the other thing I absolutely positively despise. I hate flying and seeing those little yellow dots on the mini-map. I hate leaving that stuff behind. God, I hate it.
Too far away. I am out of range.
Alright, we're gonna go get this guy. I think this guy's in a cave. Oh, is that him? Is that him? Yep, that's him. Never mind, he's not in a cave. That's him right there. Alright. So that's everything. That's moss. Aw. Oh, good.
That is locked.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. I don't feel like doing that right now, though.
State your business. These
That should be all three of them. Yeah. So I hope you guys like the stream. If you would, please hit that like button, throw me a subscribe if you see what you like. I'm going to probably later tonight be streaming. I'm going to probably go back in and try to get the Cahoon kill on my hunter. So if you guys are into hunters, I'm going to probably be doing that in a couple of hours if you want to watch that. I do appreciate the views and the likes and subs, so thanks a lot, guys. Do I want to go get that? It's herbs. Damn. And it's riverbud, and I need riverbud too. I don't think I got kites. Nope, I definitely don't have kites. So I would have to hit the water. Oh, got it. 2. Well, better than none, I suppose. There's a rare spawn down in here. Oh, she's in the cave. Oh. Okay. I'll put it on. Alright, put that up there. That over there like so. Yeah, see, and then this is the problem with herbalism. Then it turns into a chasing the dots. Oh. Thinking maybe I should have thought that one through a little bit better. Oh, we are dealing with him though. Where did he come from? Alright, we're gonna get this chest. Alright. Alright, I'm not chasing any more dots. I'm done chasing dots. That can go there. I don't think I made 25. I'd like to think I... Oh my god, I'm 1 point away. You got to be kidding me. You're killing me. You're just murdering me all day long. Because now I gotta go get that 1 point. I have to go get that 1 point. I can't not get it now. Yeah, here we go. And there's definitely a lot of points around here. It's not that I can't get it. that there's usually some around here, and this is going to be good for leather, so I'm just going to go in here real quick. Just, you know, because I do stuff like this. Put them ones on. And just that fast. Alright. I hadn't even come in here with the intention of doing this, but there's a bunch of quests in here, and it's solid XP, and there's a siren song right there. Or siren sting. Yeah, right there. So I'll be able to go after the weed after this. I'll have the anchor weeds level 1. Alright. It looks like there's something else here with some riverbud. Good. Come on. Meals on wheels. Look at the idiot. Come on. Hand out a little bit of pain to everybody, a little bit more pain. There we go, everybody's dead.
That is not my mistake. I cannot leave that.
And I would definitely recommend some kind of gathering, like mining, herbing, because you get the bonus, you get, not a bonus, but you get the XP for that. I've always found that herbing, skinning go very well together for this simple reason that you're out there killing anyways. It's money laying on the ground. Why shouldn't it be your money? Pretty simply. Alright, grab somebody. Oh. Alright, come on. Meals on wheels. Look at the idiot. It's only 111. Come on. Come teach him a lesson. Alright, got everybody together? Good. Oh, yeah, and there's a little side mission in here, too. And that guy, I believe, is a rare spawn. Yeah, we're going to go after him, too, because he drops a pretty decent trinket for farming. You get to throw exploding bananas at everybody. That's always fun, right? Alright, so we're going to get this. Nope, I got to cap that one. Need one more cap. Need one more of them. King Fancy Pants is up the hill. What are you? That's another vent. The herb is here some... Oh, it's up there. Scales or vents. That's the end of him, and there's my bananas. Okay, so that's the trinket. Spells and moves have a chance to throw an exploding banana to target. Damage is split between all targets. So I think that that's a pretty good farming trinket. I've used it on both of my hunters, and I was pretty happy with the results. Okay, so yeah, these guys are going to bother me anyways, so why shouldn't I bother them first? Come on, look at the idiot. See? So every single thing that I'm doing has a chance for to throw out a banana. It's not proccing a whole lot, though, unfortunately. Alright, let's get up there. Get this guy taken care of. Call this a day. Oh, there's another herb, too. Okay, so they all went down.
I cannot leave that.
And that's the end of him. And we have a little chest up here. Damn. Alright. Yep, come on. Look at the idiot. Come on. get this herb. Of course, after I've killed some more monkeys.
I will fire a target. I need to target something first.
All right. So just messing around like that, I definitely got about halfway to the next level, it looks like. And when I turn this stuff in, it's going to bring me that much closer. Well, first we'll turn that stuff in. Oh, hold on. There we go. Sometimes what comes out of them are these little bees, these pollen-filled bees. You pop them, and they can drop like 9 to 12 extra pollen, which is kind of cool. Alright, so there's that. All that quest stuff is done. Alright, let's go. Because I am definitely, yeah, I'm 31, so I'm good to roll. Oh, yeah, there's that, isn't there? Yeah, I didn't change my Hearthstone. I totally forgot to do that. So, we're going to port right back. See what we've got here. Yeah, that'll get sent out. Okay, make this in your home. Alright, we're going to send this stuff right off. And we have Leather Gathering plus second star. We have Scale Gathering second star. And Bone Gathering second star. From Juggle Web and Voldoon. So I have to go out to Voldoon. Bone Gathering, collect resonance bone fragments. That's an instance. That's going to wind up being this guy over in here. Atel Dazar. Oh, did I have anything else for him? There we go. So that's all now. Now it's just he's going to wind up having quests as time goes on for me. Just herbalism is not nearly as quick as obviously skinning is. Alright, we got that, we got that, we got that. And we're almost, yeah, we're almost halfway to the next level, so. Alright, so I'm going to stop here. I'll park this guy up in here. I'm going to get some dinner and then probably go looking into that raid. So this has been Helldozers. I'm Everything Gaming. If you see something you like, please like and subscribe. Check out my other videos, and I will be back again soon. I'm going to be doing this guy probably again tomorrow until he's 120. I'm going to be running my Hunter, like I said, later tonight. I'm going to be doing some other games. I'm going to start Wreckfest, continue Mad Max, like I said I was going to, but I've been neglecting everything else. I did do some Vermintide today, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys again later.